What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I believe this is episode 8, if I'm not mistaken, of Subject to Change with Jordan McCabe, everybody's favorite podcast. If you're listening to it, it must be your favorite podcast. Recently, I've noticed everybody and their cousin has a podcast together and separate, so we're trying to separate ourselves, and the way we do it right now today is bringing in a guy that you all want to hear from. When I put it out on my Instagram, he was somebody that came up quite a bit. Jahvon Quinerly is in the building, so we are going to chop it up with him for 30 minutes. JQ, what's going on, man?
Good, baby. How you doing?
How you been?
Been good, man. Just low, working on my game, trying to get through, a tough time right now. It's been a tough time for everybody, so, just really maintaining and just laying low right now, getting ready for the season.
Yeah, growing out a mustache, too. Your razor broke, couldn't get to the store.
I ain't get a cut in 2 months, bro. It's been 2 months.
Oh, is that why you got the hoodie on?
The hoodie's not coming off today.
For real?
Not coming off.
I know you got a Supreme or some kind of maybe a kit. I know you rock the kit. Some kind of beanie you could have worn, but the hood is what we got?
Yeah, I decided to work with the hoodie right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Weird times for everybody. What has quarantine been like for you, though? I got to ask everybody because – you can't miss out on everybody doing their own thing. So
it's been tough, man. It's been tough. Not being able to find a gym, everybody's probably been struggling. I know that now they kind of lenient with it. They letting people back in, so that's good. But, man, about a month ago, I was in the game. I was playing video games every day. I had to work out in the crib. I haven't shot basketball in probably, it's been a minute. So, it's been a minute. I've just been really working on my body, though.
You've always been somebody who it's not going to affect that much because the feel for the game for you, just when you watch you play, it's very natural. It's like riding a bike for you, huh? So you're not going to have any problem readjusting when we get back on the court, right?
Yeah, facts. Gotta get the rust off. But, it always comes back.
No doubt. It's been a year now. Those of you that don't know, Jahvon transferred. We'll get into that a little bit more about everything. And Jahvon transferred from Villanova. That's where he went first. And before that, it was Arizona, right?
Yeah, Arizona.
And then you had your not red shirt. You had to sit out a year because of our favorite people at the NCAA making rules, right? And you had to sit out at Alabama. How was the year sitting out? What did you learn or what did you take from that year?
Oh, no, I learned a lot sitting out. At first it was just frustration, especially because I felt I should have been able to play right away under some of the circumstances that I went through or some of the things that, I had went through with the Arizona thing and, kind of not being able to go to the school I originally chose. So, at first it was real frustrating, but as the year went on and as I was beginning to watch basketball pretty much every day, every other day we had a game, being able to watch basketball up close for that much time and, still being able to practice with the team and, learn the system that, my coach Nate Oats was building at Alabama. It was good. And it was just, I learned a lot just being able to watch SEC basketball and, that's probably one of the main things I took away, just learning the game, just learning different reads, being able to see what we're doing wrong on the court and then being able to, see that for yourself and say, I would have did this different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
So I feel like it just built my game. And at first it was frustration, but then it was like, all right, I'm going to really use this year to, get better so that when I get back on the court, it comes a lot easier for me. And, so that's that.
We were talking, you mentioned, your coach, Nate Oats, who came from Buffalo. I got a chance to, we played Buffalo my first year. I'm not going to talk about the outcome of the game because I don't want to. But anyways, obviously from that game.
I watched that game.
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't have, but you did. Nate Oats he's a hell of a coach. But we had a guy transfer from West Virginia, my guy Beetle Bolden, and he had reposted. So I was kind of, I still followed Beetle in his career, kind of going forward in Alabama. That's my guy. And as the preseason went on, I kept seeing, different things that I assumed were, Coach Oats' ideas. And there was one, you got to take me through what y'all did preseason. Were you there during the boot camp, the Army-looking boot camp thing y'all did?
Yeah, I was in that.
What was that about?
That was cool. That was just a little retreat that the whole team had went on for 3 days. They took our phones. So it was just we was just taking it all in out there. And it was, we had a guy that was taking us through a bunch of Army drills. It was crazy. It wasn't super intense. It wasn't too extreme, but it was cool. Honestly, I had a good time. At first, I was, when they said
is that the longest time you've ever spent in the woods, Jahvon?
Honestly, we wasn't in the woods though. We was in a big ass, a big cabin.
Yeah. And
it was we ate good out there. So it wasn't like we was in the woods for 3 days. You know what I mean?
But hold on, because you grew up in Newark, New Jersey, and then you went to Philly for a little bit for school, and then you find yourself in Alabama. Let me rephrase the question. Was it the most country experience that you've had your whole life?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Because y'all were in the mud. Legit, not like a rapper got out the mud. You were in legit Alabama mud.
That was crazy.
That's crazy. He obviously seems like he knows what he's doing and how to get the most out of his guys. What's you said you took advantage of watching a lot of basketball from the sideline. What do you think was the biggest difference between Big East basketball and SEC basketball? Because the SEC is kind of, it's definitely different, I feel like, from what I watch than other conferences.
Yeah, it is. The Big East is real physical. And that year at Nova, we kind of played slow. So it was kind of each team we was playing, it was a slow game. Yeah. But in the SEC, it's a bunch of athletic, big wings, big men that could jump off the floor. So definitely probably how physical the Big East was, and then just how athletic this conference is. That's probably the biggest difference I've pointed out.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's rewind now. So we got kind of a present day update of what JQ's doing, but I want to throw it back to the vast majority of the people that follow you know you from the beginning with Jellyfam, right? So tell me, I'm sure now these are one of those where I say this isn't an interview. I hate to do it, but this is something that we got to touch on, and this will be an interview type question. Cool. How did Jellyfam start? Where did that start? Bring me through, your version of everything that created, because y'all were like the Beatles for a while. I mean, y'all were for real in the youth basketball world, the Beatles. So tell me what all happened with Jellyfam and how it came about.
We did a lot for the basketball community. I feel people been doing finger rolls and stuff since way back when, but we kind of just put a name on it. And the crazy thing about it is I say this all the time to people. We didn't know that it was gonna pop how it did. We was just when we decided to do that, it was just we just out here having fun. Me, Isaiah Washington, Jordan Walker, Jaquay James, Pedro Marquez, Sid Wilson, and then we got a girl, Mimi Ree, and then obviously Big Jelly Nas Reed. That's everybody.
Yeah. So, I mean, that obviously took the youth basketball world by storm.
Yeah, absolutely. But, how it started was it was Jaquay and Isaiah. They started it. Oh, and I forgot about LeAndre Washington. That's on me. We just got 9-10 of us, but
that's a lot of people.
LeAndre Washington. I think he's transferring from McNeese right now, trying to find a spot. But yeah, that's all of us. Let me make sure that's all of us because I don't want to leave nobody out. I said Sid.
Yep.
Mimi go to Oats in the SEC.
Okay.
Nah,
she's tough. I've never watched her. I didn't even know that. So Mimi, she's the only girl in Jellyfam.
yeah,
She's tough though.
she's a bucket.
Yeah.
And then we got people like that we put down, but like they a part of us, but they ain't like
honorary members.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like Kevin Porter, is he still an honorary member of Jellyfam?
Yeah, KP Jelly, just because I seen some crazy things out of him. Markel Fultz, Isaiah put him down. I put DJ down. That's going to the G League. Okay,
yeah.
I put him down because me personally, like I like how he laid the ball up. So
yeah.
I put him down. And then so I was saying like how it first started, like how it came about. It was really Isaiah Washington and Jacque James. And for those who don't know, Jacque James is Joel Santana's nephew. They were the ones that came to us with it, like, yo, we gonna start this, like, y'all wanna be down. And we was always playing against each other as young.
What was the first like plans when they came to you? Like what was the plan for Jellyfam? This is just gonna be like a group?
Yeah, this is just gonna be our thing. Change your name on Instagram, and it's gonna be us. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Like I liked it at first. I'm like, I'm with it, but we just didn't know it was gonna, make the impact it did. And I feel like if we did know, we would have been more prepared. And, we would have had Jelly merch. We would have had somebody, running it for us since we couldn't do it, obviously.
Yeah.
But man, we didn't know it was gonna blow, and then when it blew, we was already like too deep in. We just wasn't prepared, No,
I feel you guys had a jelly day at Dykeman that everybody kind of got a chance to see. So tell me what that was like, and are you playing it? Is Dykeman canceled this year? Is it officially canceled or not yet?
Everything in Jersey, New York, all the parks. There's no tournaments.
There's no tournaments allowed this summer?
Not one. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's so bad. It's so bad over there, man. So bad.
Was it bad when you went home? Just tell me what it was like when you went home. Like how different was it?
It was pretty bad. Like my mom wasn't trying to let me go out the house.
Yeah.
I felt like I was stuck inside. And I was just playing mad video games, bro. I became like a game head. I was literally getting up, eating breakfast, working out real quick, getting on the game. And you probably see me posting. I was playing the game with a lot of my fans too. So that was cool.
Because you went through quite a bit of like drama. I mean, there's no other way around it. And you've never been one to like, because growing up with you in the basketball world, you never really wanted that anyways. You just wanted to hoop.
I just wanted to hoop at the end of the day. It's so unfortunate that like I'm the only one that's ever been through what I've been through. Like, bro, it's just crazy. Like, I just feel like my family we didn't deserve that, bro. Like,
right.
I was supposed to go to Arizona and hoop, bro. Like, that was my dream school. People don't even know that was my dream school. So, like, not being able to go there, like playing AAU to earn an offer from Arizona all those years, and then they offered me kind of late.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
But they offered me kind of late, and then committing there and then not being able to play there, like that kind of hurt. You feel me? So yeah, I've been through a lot already with the NCAA, and I'm just ready to hoop.
You're done with it, bro, and I feel you. And there's been people before you that have went through something like it, but I think, like you said, you're somebody who went through a specific situation that was never gone through before. And I think, you opening up and talking about it, I feel like is good for people to understand that, I mean, JQ wants to hoop, and that's about it. So Arizona, when that all came out with Sean Miller and stuff, that was where the drama started?
Yeah, that's where it started.
Yeah, so then
– that was my senior year in high school. Yeah, that was my senior year in high school. I was just trying to focus on, like, my season, winning the TOC, winning the state championship, and then all of that came about. And it was chaos after that. Like, yeah, every high school gym we visited, they was in the stands screaming Arizona, Arizona. Like, yeah, it became like, we kind of just had to like live with it.
Yeah. I don't want to get like too like we don't need to get in detail about anything, but hearing that Arizona was kind of like your dream school, was it eventually at like, because I don't even know this, like did it get to a point where like you personally decided I'm not going there, or it was like you can't go to Arizona, you got to find a new place from somebody else?
It was never like you can't go to Arizona, you got to find a new place. But after the news broke and the indictment that came out, my name was never listed, so it was kind of just the media. They were just speculating, and they would just throw my name in the air. Had my name on social media, had my mom's name on social. My mom had nothing to do with anything. Like, if you know my mom, she's like the sweetest woman in the world. So, watching her have to go through that shit like crushed me. So it ain't crushed me, but like that shit is just not easy to endure.
I feel like, especially in the AAU world, it's just like Wild Wild West where people can like report. I mean, some of these people can't even be called that. They get these media tags. I don't know who's giving them to them.
I call them critics. Yeah, I call them critics with no credentials. That's what I call them.
100%.
But
I like that for sure, because that's what happens is all these dudes think all I need is like an iPhone, and then I can pretty much make up whatever narrative that I want to make up. And with your situation, you see just how like detrimental that can be. So that's crazy. I hate that. So then I was
saying, like, I didn't have to decommit. I decommitted because, Arizona, they didn't come out and say anything. Like, we didn't take money. Like, they were just, like, honestly, we didn't hear from Sean Miller for a week after the whole thing happened. We didn't hear from him from a whole week. So we were kind of just waiting, like, yo, are they going to say anything? Like, that's not true. Like, that they're throwing our name out there.
Yeah.
And just dragging our name through the mud. And, like, we just never got that call. So at that point, my parents was upset, obviously. Like, we was all upset.
Yep.
And we felt as a family that it was right. I just decommit and go somewhere close to home so I could be, closer to my family. And Villanova was, I chose between Arizona and Villanova.
Yep.
When I decommitted, like, Villanova was one of the first schools that hit me, and, that connection was already there.
Right. No, I feel you. So talk about, once again, I mean, so now you're out of kind of hot water with Arizona that you didn't deserve to be in, obviously, because, that had nothing to do with you, and they went through a bunch of craziness. And then you go to Villanova, you commit there, and, tell me about, like, obviously everybody wants to hear you talk bad about Villanova, but you're not going to talk bad about Villanova because I know you. But tell me what it was like. What did you take away from that experience for a year? Because if I know you at all, good, bad, or indifferent, the Arizona situation, the Villanova situation, you're learning as you go. So tell me a little bit about that year.
I learned a lot from that program, from Jay Wright, all the assistant coaches. Like, I learned a lot, and I brought a lot of it here to Alabama. And, it's just some things there I learned that I'll always remember.
Yeah.
Even though the situation didn't work out there, I say this to a lot of people as well. Like, I still got mad love for Villanova. Like, those still my brothers. Colin Gillespie, Jermaine Samuel, Sadiq Bey. Like, I talk to those guys often. Like, we keep in touch.
Yeah.
We've been that year. So, like, those are my brothers, like, for life. And a lot of people think, like, like you said, I want to talk bad about Villanova. I have nothing bad to say about Villanova. It's just, it's unfortunate the situation didn't work out. And, like, that's that. You know what I mean? I had to move on. I had to do what's best, what I felt was best for me. And, being able to play in, like, a faster system, being able to showcase some things I probably wouldn't have been able to showcase at Villanova, that's kind of what's best for me. And, that was my mindset on that. Like, I know a lot of people think all I'm going to say is bad things about them, but I'll never do that because, I just been through too much with that program. I won a Big East championship, playing against guys like Phil Booth, Eric Pascal every day in practice. Like, it's like that helped my game a lot, especially now coming to Bama. It's kind of a lot easier because Nova was, man, like, in practices, he was getting locked up, bro, in practice. I know West Virginia's like, told me. Like,
yeah.
made it a lot easier going to a different conference and playing, I feel like. So
yeah. And you know, a big thing is, you know, just because a program has had success doesn't mean they're, you know, always a right fit for like every specific player, right?
No,
so,
definitely.
Yeah.
Like
you going to Bama, I feel like.
Yeah. Villanova plays a different style of basketball. Like, if you watch how they play, yo, they don't recruit every top kid. Like, they don't. So I feel like a lot of people don't understand that they don't go after every big kid. So it's not like they know some kids will not fit in our system. And, you know, just I still say I know this. I know this in my heart. If I stayed there, I would have still been successful. But it wasn't fun for me.
Yep.
It sort of just wasn't fun for me the way that you know, I was asked to play there, and I just wanted to play my game. And, you know, that's really that.
That's that. And, you know, the thing is, as you're talking, bro, I know, you know, if Jay Wright were to hear that, like, he's not going – like, people outside the basketball world, I think, sometimes don't realize the level of knowledge of these coaches. They've seen 1,000, you know, tens of thousands of players come through their system. Some people stay, some people leave. Like, they understand what it means to find the right fit. Most of them were players themselves, right? So I play for you know, a guy like Coach Huggins, and I don't think he would ever tell you, like in a recruiting meeting, hey, man, choose West Virginia. These 3-hour practices are really fun. Like, he's never going to say that because he knows that they're grueling, right? So just like Jay Wright might not, you know, always go after the biggest names or the, you know, every single 5-star he can get, all these programs are trying to find that right fit. And bro, I'm excited to watch, you know, and possibly compete, you know, against you, you know, in Bama, and just watch your, you know, kind of year. But what are your goals, you know, coming into these next few years of college at Alabama? What are you looking at? Because I know as a hooper, you go to bed every night thinking about where you want to be in the next 2 to 3 years.
Absolutely. I just want to prove myself at this level. You know, I feel like it's a lot of people that feel like I can't play at this level because of, you know, how Villanova went.
Yep.
You know, that's not the case. I've been able to compete against Erik Kratz, Phil Booth. Like, come on, like, anyone that knows basketball knows that watched me play in high school, they know I could play with all those guys. So just really prove myself, you know, to the world, and really just, you know, just play for my family, man. Honestly, just play for my family. You haven't seen me play in a long time, so that's probably, yeah, definitely just play basketball, bro. It's been mad long, bro. Like,
yeah. When's the last time you played? What's that?
Organized game?
Yeah.
Bro, it's been like 14, 15 months, bro. Like, the last time I played, because I didn't play in the Big East tournament.
Yeah.
It was against Butler.
Butler was the last game.
Butler. It was against Xavier, at Xavier. That was the last, bro. That's the last time I've been in the game, bro. It's crazy.
You're excited, I can tell. I mean, this next year is going to be, you know, kind of eye-opening for a lot of people. So has your confidence wavered at all throughout this experience? I mean, I doubt it. I got to ask because, you know, there are some kids who are probably like, it's got to be – I mean, it's difficult. I would say it's got to be difficult to sit out for that long. But, you know, how have you kind of weathered that storm of sitting out for a year?
Like I said, at first it was frustrating. And my confidence never wavered. Like at Nova, I feel like, you know, I just wasn't having fun. And that was the big thing for me. Like, I need to go somewhere where I'm having fun all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I just had to go somewhere where I was going to find the love of the game back, obviously.
Yeah. You've been watching a lot of film in your off time. Do you? Because some people, there's always like two sides of the fence with the whole like watching film. Some people believe I don't have to watch film; they better watch film on me. Some people believe, you know, I like to watch film and break different guys down. do it for different reasons. But what does your kind of training regimen look like in the past year?
I watch a lot of film. Me personally, I watch a lot of what our guys did last year. Well, like Kyrie Lewis had Trae Young. You know, Trae Young's the problem. And at his size, being able to do that, you know, we that size, so
right.
Being able to do that size, you kind of got to watch Trae Young. Who else? It's a lot of people. Dame's different.
I was just about to say Dame Lillard. Film wise, every possession you can break something down from him. Every possession.
And Kyrie, obviously, that's my guy.
Yeah. How tight are you with Kyrie? Like, what are we talking here? Like, you DM him, he's gonna hit you back type deal. Have you met him ever?
I haven't gotten to meet him. I was supposed to meet him in high school, but when he had came to the city, I had practice that day and it just didn't work out. But yeah, we've DM'd back and forth a couple times. You know, after I won Gatorade Player of the Year for the second time, he DM'd me, gave me his number and stuff, and we chopped it up. Yeah. But it's just hard. These guys on the road all the time. It's hard to – you already know.
No, for sure. I mean, it's not easy to get in a constant kind of contact like that, but obviously he's taken notice and stuff and all that. But, yeah, have you watched any detail, the stuff that Kobe did? Rest in peace to a legend, but do you watch any of that?
Cool. Wait, repeat that again?
Have you ever watched the stuff Kobe did with Detail?
What's that?
You never watched Detail?
Is that his documentary?
No. His documentary thing is still like there's pieces of it floating, but Detail is where he goes through, and I haven't watched like all of them. It's like film sessions with Kobe. So
that's interesting.
No, it's crazy to get into his mind for a little bit because he walks you through what he's seen, and he does like good and bad, right? You're not sitting there watching highlight clips. I was just watching him and Kemba Walker kind of go through. He was watching Kemba Walker 2019. They were getting ready for the Olympics, so whatever, they were playing like Turkey or something, and he breaks down like, I don't know, 10 possessions at a time, and he goes like in depth in detail and stuff like that. But that's why, you know, I had to ask you what you've been up to in terms of, you know, film, because everybody kind of is on one side or the other. But
I just finished The Last Dance, though. You know, everybody.
Oh, you've been locked into The Last Dance?
Yeah, I just finished that, and you know,
how about Rodman?
On my own too. But The Last Dance is crazy. Jordan's always been my GOAT.
He is the GOAT. That's not a debate, to be honest. I don't even argue with people anymore.
Yeah, it's over. Like I used to watch Hardwood Classics when I was way younger, so you feel me? I've been knew about Jordan. Like I've been watched his actual gameplay. Like The Last Dance was the first time I seen, you know, him do some of the things he did. Like I was already hip to that. So
yeah. You ever played with a guy like Rodman, or is he just like one of a kind, may never happen again?
Rodman, man. The closest person I played to Rodman is Luther Muhammad, just because
it is. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Because of how hard he play on D. Like that's the closest guy though.
I'm so happy you brought up Lou, bro. So listen, as soon as like you hit me up and we're like, "What's up? Let's jump on and chop it up." I'm thinking, all right, so what are we gonna talk about? And like one of my earlier memories with you is playing. I think we were in Indianapolis. We played y'all. We played Sports U. And
right at you,
bro.
You said
like Pitbull off the leash, bro. And in UAA that year, like I was, in terms of like production wise, I was putting up numbers or whatever. I'm thinking, okay, it was a like mid-afternoon game. Nobody's really gonna go crazy. We're not in the playoff bracket or anything like that. I'm thinking, all right, we're chilling. You guys score a bucket or whatever, and I catch the inbound, and all of a sudden I turn around and Luther's like this. I'm like, oh my God, bro! The whole game it was like that. he goes hard the whole time. I love Luther to death.
Love playing with Luther, bro. High school, AAU, everything.
What do you think about Arizona State?
I love the move for him.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good spot for him. I like his teammate Jalen House. He plays hard too. So yeah. I think those two, in terms of a defensive backcourt, they've always had at Arizona like offensive-minded guys, and both Jalen and Luther can go both ends. But I'm saying defensive. I don't know if they've ever seen. I don't know if college basketball has ever seen a defensive backcourt like those two are going to have next year. It'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
You keep up with a lot of those guys. You know, Luther, Nas. You keep up with. I know you guys obviously played together. You talk to Nas quite a bit.
Yeah, those are my guys. We talk pretty much every day, every other day. Check in, see what we up to, play the game.
Yeah.
That's regular, you know.
No, those are guys who you grew up with. Obviously, Nas is on the T-Wolves, right?
Yeah. Timberwolves, happy for him.
Yeah.
You know, him going undrafted and proving himself. But that's not easy to do for 19, 20-year-old kids. So I'm real happy for him, real proud of him.
What kind of contract is he under right now? Do you know specifically, like year-wise?
I know at first he was on a 2-way. They might have bumped it up because of how well he was playing.
Yeah, because he was killing. I mean, he was producing. I do remember it being like a 2-way and him signing, and then people kind of speculating on where that would go. But I think he's definitely obviously proved himself at that level for sure. But yeah, man, is Bama open back up?
We still don't know. You know, each conference I heard is different. So each conference is gonna open things up.
You can't get into your facilities, right?
Nah.
Yeah, same here. That's why I'm back home. But it's more open and probably safer in Bama at this time than it is in New Jersey right now.
Yeah, that was another reason why I came back early.
Yeah, no, that makes sense and everything like that. So you guys are going into a big year. Who do you all return? Who declared out of Alabama this year? They had a couple guys, right?
So Kyrie Lewis, Herb Jones, and John Petty. You know, K. Lou, he getting like lotto talk, to be honest.
He can go. He put what did he average? 20 plus?
He averaged like 18, 6, and like 4. Like real solid. And you know, he's young. He just turned 19, bro. Like just turned 19, second year of college, like putting those numbers up, like.
No, yeah, that's crazy because I feel like that's really good. Him being 19 years old, that's a huge bump. You know what I mean? That's a thumbs up in his column when it comes to draft talk. You know, God willing, I'm ever in those talks. I'm going to have a big thumbs down because I'm going to be 26 by the time I'm in any type. They're going to be like, hold on, man, this is right? This is a typo? Is he trying to be like an assistant coach? This is weird as hell. You got a family and kids and a mortgage at 26. I ain't going to be that old, but I know people like to poke fun, so I can do it too. Yeah, man. No, it should be an exciting few years. Your ultimate goal is the NBA, right?
Yeah, of course. Any hooper's ultimate goal is the NBA.
How early did you know, like, you wanted to play in the NBA? Like, how long has basketball been the love of your life?
I'm going to be honest, bro. My first goal was to just get a Division I scholarship.
Yeah.
That was it for me, to go to school for free. So I didn't have to pay no student loans, none of that. That was my first goal. But then, you know, once things started picking up and, like, you know, they labeled me a 5-star and stuff, and I started going to all these camps playing against the top kids. That's when it was like, okay, like, this is something I could do. Like, I have a chance at doing, you know? So,
yeah.
I always wasn't, bro, it was 7th, 8th grade year. Like, I was unranked, just like majority of hoopers. Like, you know, it's a lot of underrated kids. But literally, Luther, bro, we didn't come on the scene till, like, our freshman year of high school. And, like, our 7th, 8th grade year, we were at St. Benedict's, bro. You know, with Isaiah Briscoe, Tyler Ennis, all those guys played.
And I'm aware of them for sure.
And, like, we was there because we was thinking, like, we was going to have a shot at playing, like, once those guys graduated and stuff. And, like, yo, we was getting kicked out the gym because coaches didn't know who we were. You feel me?
For real.
That's serious, bro.
You're good. You that ass. No, that's crazy though. They used to kick you out of the gym because they didn't know like who y'all were.
No, we had Briscoe, Tyler Ennis, because those my guys.
Right.
Had those guys vouching for us. Yo, they good. Like,
yeah,
they can play, and they like nah. And then we end up playing them.
Go ahead.
We ended up playing them my senior year, and I had to get back at them. We ended up losing, but I had like 28. I had to.
Yeah. Gave him the business. Did he ever like? I feel like if somebody tried to kick Luther out of the gym, he would have tried to fight somebody.
Yeah, Luther just looked at each other like, yo, are they serious right now? Like, and was like, yo, we out. And then next thing you know, we like, yo, we not staying here. Like, we going somewhere else for high school. Because they had a middle school too. St. Benedict's is an all-boys school. So it was like 7th, 8th grade, and then high school too, all under one roof. Y'all
couldn't do the all-boys thing, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't do that either. I'm like, yo, just quiet.
Oh man, that's funny as hell. How's little bro doing? I know he's coming up right now. I see you posting some stuff. Jayden, right?
Jayden and Julian.
How old are they?
Julian's 12 now, and Jayden's 16. About to turn 17.
Okay, so he's going to be a sophomore or junior?
He's going to be a freshman in college next year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. He's going to be a freshman in college at 17?
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah, he's definitely young. See, my ass was 19 starting my senior year.
I was 19. No, I turned 19 in the beginning of my senior year. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Next time somebody talks crazy to me about being 19, I'm like, go talk to JQ, bro. I don't want to hear it. But your youngest brother, he can go, right?
He could go.
Is that his goal right now to play D1?
He's still at that young age where like he's just hooping the hoop.
Yeah.
But once he starts taking it serious, because I haven't seen a kid at his age use their left hand as well as him. To be that young kid to use both hands, like even he's had that since he was like 10 years old. So that was the first thing that stood out to me. Like, yo, this kid can handle the ball,
Right.
He starts taking it serious though, because honestly, it didn't take me to like. I was probably like 14, so I started really taking basketball serious, working out every day.
Yeah.
All of that. I feel like once he gets to that point, he's gonna be.
He's gonna be tough for sure. For sure. Who's out of you three? Who's got the most drip in the family?
You already
close.
Robin? It's not even close.
It's not close. You?
My little brother got dripped though, Jayden, but. It's not even close. I just got too much in the vault, Like, I just got too much.
Yeah, no, bro. I always see you posting Kith and all sorts. I don't know anything about it, bro. When you're like me, I got like kind of a dad bod. I'm 5'10", white kid. I got a bust. Like, it's like trying to be drip. Is like Shia LaBeouf is like my. I don't even know if you know who that is. Yeah. Shia LaBeouf is like my inspiration for drip. That's all I got, bro. I can't put together a fit for nothing. I look goofy as hell. Like, I think I look goofy. I made this. This is from Walmart. I put bleach on it because I saw it on TikTok, bro. This is the extent of my drip. I might really have to hit you up, and you need to put in the right direction.
But that's something I want to do. Like, once I get out of college, like, I want to start my own brand and stuff. That's why, digital marketing. I'm a minor in digital marketing.
Yeah.
Major in sports management. But yeah.
I didn't know that. For real, that's something you're passionate about, for real. I knew you could dress and had, crazy kicks and all this stuff, but you really, want to do something down that route?
Yeah, definitely. I've always been into fashion, even before a lot of these trends came out, the tight sweats, the vintage T-shirts. I've been on that since I was a youngin'. So
yeah, you used to wear them at like AAU events, and then I would try to do it, and then like in the cornfields of Wisconsin, bro, they'll beat you up if you dress like that. I couldn't dress like that. You were ahead of the curve.
It's a lot different out there. But being from like, Jersey, New York,
yeah,
that's kind of where all that originated. So it's easy to, obviously with the Jellyfam, it's easy to create your own trends out there. So
yeah,
that's definitely something I want to jump into once I'm allowed to.
No, that's great. You think you'll let's say hypothetically, you're in college for another 2 years and they open up that name, image, likeness thing, is that something that you would pursue, like, off the court? Are you an entrepreneur like that?
Oh, yeah. I already got – I'm already looking at things once they pass that law to jump right into. I'm trying to prepare myself now because I've been, man, just with the Jellyfam and stuff, like, we've been missing out on, a lot of money we could have had, honestly, at one point, Jellyfam was if not bigger, was bigger than BBB, bro.
I believe it for sure. It was huge. Nike, you guys had an issue with Nike, didn't you, at some point? Didn't they use it?
Oh, bro, like, they used a Paul George. They put a jelly symbol on a Paul George. I forget what they were. I think they were his last models. They put a jelly on it, bro. Like, what?
I didn't know that.
But it's crazy because, like, they sampled some shirts for us. We had some Nike jelly tees. And, like, we thinking, like, at the time, we like, yo, like, this is crazy. Like, we got Nike posting, like, Nike making shirts for us and stuff. And then they went and sold a shoe, and it just kind of threw us off. Like, yo, like, are they really doing that to us? Like, then they tried to say it was Paul George's favorite fruit or whatever. And I'm like,
all right. Y'all made that shit up. Paul George don't even like grapes.
This was in our prime when, like, people were tagging me in a Jellyfam video every day. And it's just crazy. Honestly, bro, it's crazy. I went to the Bahamas. We played in the Bahamas for our tournament.
Yeah.
North Carolina, Iowa State. Yo, we went out there. We went to, like, a shelter home.
Yeah.
Yo, did you not? It's kids in there that knew what it was, bro.
For real.
That's serious. And I'm like, wow, we really made an impact on the world. Like, that's good enough for me. I don't, people now, they say, oh, Jellyfam is dead because I don't even care that y'all say that. But it's the impact that we left on the world. And our story, like, we still writing our story. So
that's the thing, is people think you only get this 5-year window or whatever to really, like, capitalize. And that's something you and I can definitely relate on. And a lot of people who grew up in the social media era of, like, youth basketball, people expect it to just be this constant success, like, cycle, right? But really, it's the hills and the valleys, right, bro, that are going to eventually weed out, the people that couldn't do it, that listen to the hate, that listen to the craziness. And then it's going to be the people on the other end of that tunnel that it's bigger than even basketball at this point in terms of dealing with adversity. And I know you know a lot about that. So that's cool to hear you talk about, because I couldn't agree more when it comes to forgetting what people say or whatever. It's nice being the dark horse. It's almost this weird, like, satisfying feeling now, isn't it?
No, it is. I like being the underdog. I was an underdog before, so this isn't new for me. You feel me?
Yeah,
but now, definitely, it used to bother me, bro, like, when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like, maybe last year, because, like, people would say things about me and I wouldn't be able to play. And, like, my play was the only thing that could back it up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that was probably the only thing. And it's like, people haven't seen me play in so long, so don't think you know what you're gonna see when
right.
But
no doubt. Hey, I'm excited. I'm excited for you and this year for sure. Before we take off, we always try to play some sort of game. Remember, they told you in the beginning, all our producers said that they're a lot smarter than me, so they make these games up. So if it's stupid, it's on them. If it's cool, I'll take the credit for it. All right. All right. Today we're gonna play Who's Jelly. All right. So whose jelly is better? I'm gonna give you 2 names and you go right off the top. This first one I feel like is easy. I love Dame, but I feel like this is easy. Kyrie or Dame?
It's Kyrie, bro.
Okay. Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
That's a tough one, but I think I'm gonna go with Jordan.
Thank you. Let's go, baby. Luka or Trey? I don't even know if Luka jellies. He probably looks goofy as hell. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go with Trey on that one.
James Harden, Russell Westbrook.
I'm gonna go with Harden because Russ dunks everything, bro.
Yeah, he's not in Jellyfam. He can. He's overqualified. Shaq or Taco Fall?
I haven't seen Taco Fall lay the ball up at all, so I'm gonna go with Shaq.
All right. Zion or LaMelo? LaMelo, okay. How hypothetically, neither of these people have probably ever touched a basketball. Have you watched Tiger King? We talk about it a lot on here.
I did watch Tiger King, yes.
Who would have more jelly, Joe Exotic or Carol Baskins, if it came down to it?
I'm gonna go with Joe Exotic, man.
Oh yeah, Jumpin' Joe. He's definitely got it. Carol Baskins, she's a crook and she killed her husband. She can't get nothing, man. No, all right. Hey, last one. Ready? Isaiah Washington or Jelly JQ?
I'm always going myself. I'm always going myself, but me and him, I feel like we got different a different style to ours.
I feel you.
But nah, Zay he got some in the stash, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
Shout out to Zay.
All right, everybody. That was episode number 8 with Jahvon Quinerly. It was really great to sit down and chop it up with my guy who I've been talked to in a little while. He's been, kind of jumping, from place to place. But this upcoming year, like he talked about, will be something very, very special. And who knows, by that time, he might get a haircut and trim the mustache up for you while he's killing your favorite team. All right.